Hi, this is Mozella, and I'm so glad you stopped whatever it is that you're doing and that you're now taking the time to take a little breath with me. You know, in mountaineering, there is a sacred pause that happens right before a big climb. You stop looking at the peak and you look at your gear, you check your ropes, you quiet your mind. But in our daily lives, especially in December, we rarely get that stillness. We get noise. We get pressure. We get told to crush it in the new year. Well, I'm recording this message because I want to offer you a different entry point into 2026. Instead of rushing blindly toward a resolution, I am inviting you to sit with me one-on-one for a mountain method session. Think of this as a strategic pause at base camp, just you and I, for 75 minutes. Actually, it's more, but officially 75 minutes. And why do I say more? Because I want to make sure that you get exactly what you need. So we'll be gauging our time based upon your needs as opposed to looking at the clock, which we do all too often anyway. So we're going to map your internal terrain, where you are feeling stuck, where you need resilience, and we will overlay it with the external terrain of your career and your life. Now, we're not just making a list of goals, we are calibrating your compass. I have opened a limited number of these spots in January, and I want to do this deep work with women in our community who are ready to stop running and start climbing with intention. I'm sure you've heard a lot of information about how different 2026 is going to be and 2027 following. And yes, there is a lot of change and a lot of different things around our consciousness that is going on. There's no question about that. And I know sometimes you hear this every year, but yes, things are different. I think all of us feel that and know that. Keep in mind that you don't need to see the whole path just yet. You just need the courage to map the first steps accurately. So let's get started. Together, we'll walk through the mountain method I've taught for years, the same process I use with corporate leaders, coachees in my capacity as an external coach for McKinsey and Company, and the wonderful forward-thinking women who attend our retreats. Now, here's the difference. Over this past year, I have grown and expanded and just taken time to do what I'm really suggesting you begin a process of doing. And I'm sure you probably already have started this process, but what I did last year, as successful as it has been for so many of the people that I've been in front of, things have changed. And I have changed and expanded and grown. So here is how it will work. In the week before our session, you'll get a little pre-work to help you reflect. And it helps me to understand your goals and needs. And it will set us up to ensure that our time together is as effective as it possibly can be. We will then have a powerful 75-minute Zoom session, which will leave you with clarity, direction, and your first solid foothold for the year ahead. And you'll also have a simple post-work reflection to help you implement the plan that we have created and begin putting all that work into practice. And let me just say a little bit about implementing the plan. I often say to people that I serve, no matter how great a speaker was, how wonderful the retreat was, how wonderful the coaching session or whatever. Nothing changes until you take action, really. Obviously, it's from the inside out, but we have to, in order to implement it, you need to put something into place that you are actually going to step out and work on. And I'm very, very mindful of that. And I'm also very mindful that I'm a guide. I'm not dictating anything to you. This is your life. This is your change. These are your decisions and choices to make. Now, here's the truth. You don't have to wait for the perfect time before this starts happening. The perfect time is now. And you don't need to know the whole path. The important thing is that you commit to the journey now. All you need is to take one intentional step at a time, and that is exactly what we will be working on creating together. And if you're ready to begin your 2026 with purpose, not pressure, I invite you to give yourself this gift. Give yourself a moment to breathe, a moment to design, a moment to step into the woman that you're becoming. Spots are limited, so please apply below. And if this calls to you, I would be honored to be your guide. Let's make your next journey and your ascent your most meaningful one yet. I can't wait to sit with you in January and help you chart a path worthy of the mountaineer within you.